Hey everybody, it is me, Captain Play Mistake, and I'm here for a quick recap of last week, how I did in League. If you were with me last week, I cracked a whole bunch of packs, built a commander deck. Just going to quickly go over what I built, what I didn't build, how I did, and then I'm going to get right into cracking a whole stack of packs that I can add to my pool for next week too. So after looking at my pool, my red pool was really strong, my green pool was really strong, and I almost thought about building like a Wilson / Tavern Brawler deck, but I didn't do that. I might next week. I just don't know. I just wasn't feeling it. And I really didn't like my 3-color commanders. My black pool was really bad. So Nine Fingers Keen. I didn't have any gates either, so that was going to be a pseudo awful commander. You could argue the 4/4 Menace was decent. The Ward 9 is cool. I could have maybe killed with commander damage with the right stuff, but with my black pool being as poor as it was, both of these commanders were kind of outskis for me. Neither one of them had red in it either, and red was my strongest color, so maybe Merkle or Nine Finger Keen for one of the coming weeks, because running 3 colors is usually better than 2 in this format. And maybe Wilson in weeks to come, but that's not what I did this week. This week I played Ganax, Astral Hunter, and Feywild Visitor. I played literally every red card that I opened in the deck, literally. And there's only 4 blue cards that I cracked out of my pool from last week that I didn't play. But I really liked how the commanders went together, or how Ganax went with the background of Feywild Visitor, because when he comes in, he makes treasure, and then whenever I hit with anything, I make a dragon, make a treasure, make a dragon, make a treasure, make a dragon, make a treasure, which I thought would be really powerful if I could have a bunch of mana. So I played a lot of mana on the deck, 41 mana, as many mana rocks as I could open. I played a lot of almost every artifact I had, I played 2 if it was halfway decent. Kindred Discovery was really good. I saw that synergy. I knew it was going to be good. It allowed Ganax to, whenever I hit somebody, make a dragon, make a treasure, draw a card, really powerful, and then attacking with my dragon tokens also drew me cards. So as far as player of the, card of the match goes, outside of my commander cards, Kindred Discovery was definitely it. It did hit the battlefield for me pretty early on and stayed there all game, drew me a zillion cards and did great. So card of the match would go to Kindred Discovery. Some unexpected, really good cards that worked out for me were goad cards. So the Taunting Kobold, really, it was a card that barely made my deck, but it dropped down early, and it kept kind of the nastiest attackers off my back in those early rounds. It wound up probably saving me a significant amount of damage in the long run, which was good because the match I played went really long, was super technical. I could have lost, I could have won. It came down to kind of top decking at the end. And so really, the goad cards were excellent because I like the goad in this format because you can kind of go, well, I'm not killing your guy, I'm just goading him. So it's not quite as politically awful as just destroying creatures outright, but it does keep them from attacking you, which I thought was great. I wasn't expecting them to be as good as they were, but they were. The other cards that were phenomenal, absolutely, these cards are up for cards of the match as well. They both hit the battlefield for me. They both stayed there all game long. Street Urchin and Tavern Brawler. This Street Urchin was great. I knew it was going to be good. It let me sack all my treasures. It let me sack my dragon tokens. It let me steal kills. I was able to kill opponents randomly with this and save opponents randomly, which in our league is really good. You get points for saving players. You get points for being the person to kill somebody first. And I was able to steal a lot of points with Street Urchin. And then Tavern Brawler ultimately won me the match. The combination of Tavern Brawler with I top-decked Coronation of Chaos at the end on Tavern Brawler, and the combination, I was surprised because this card barely made my deck. It was I had to play it because I was basically playing every red and blue card I had. But this card and the final turn of the game actually allowed me to win. If I hadn't drawn it, I wouldn't have done it. So surprisingly good. I would call the goad mechanic and the prevention of blocking were surprisingly good. I knew the backgrounds were going to be good, and they really paid dividends. Honorable mention goes to Val, Candlekeep Researcher. Love that this allowed me to play my commanders. So it let me keep my commanders out of the command zone a lot. That card came down early and often. Mar was surprised. The 7/7 trample, shockingly good as well. My opponents had a hard time removing it. I was able to kind of attack a different opponents that had bad blocking scenarios, and with burn spells was able to keep it alive, and did a lot of damage in the game for me, which, 7/7 trample, you might say, yeah, that's gonna happen. Well, it did, and I won. I took first place, which was great. I was surprised. It was a super long match, like I said, very technical, very dirtily, but I managed to pull it out. The loser of the match, the card that I thought, oh, this might be good, and it wasn't. Wizard's Spellbook. Very expensive, very hard to predict and control. I found myself doing I wound up using it once or twice, but for little to no effect. From a 7-drop rare artifact that looks and sounds that cool, it really didn't do much. Underperformed. Probably will be cut from my deck later, but you never, could be scenarios where it makes a deck again, but wasn't very good this time around. Mind Flayer was great too. Honorable mention, I guess you could put that there, but you knew Mind Flayer was going to be good in this format. Allowed me to steal my opponent's commander and stay alive in the mid game. But on to next week. So opening fresh packs this week. Looking for new rare commanders that I could make into my commander for next week. That's one of the incentives. I'll get extra points if I use commanders from packs this week. So all legendary creatures are great. And really what I'm lacking is some solid removal. Would love to open some removal cards. Yeah, and then just looking for bomb rares at this point. So we're going to be opening some regular Forgotten Realms packs. This week I'm opening OG Forgotten Realms, set boosters. I'm opening the new Dungeons & Dragons Battle for Baldur's Gates set boosters, 3 of those. I'm going to open 2 Core 2020s, and my wildcard pack for the week is a Magic Origins pack. These are great because they give me access to commons and uncommons that I don't already have copies of. So in the sealed Commander League format, when it's still singleton, when you're opening uncommons and commons that you already have, it doesn't add to your card pool. And the wildcard packs really give you commons and uncommons that you're not already going to have. So I'm excited to see that. I'm going to save it for last. We're going to work from top down. We're going to start with the OG Forgotten Realms boosters and then work our way down. So let's get right to it. Want to see some rares. Would love to see some removal. But really, let's get some exciting cards here. Let's see what we got. All right, let's see, get rid of that token on the bottom. Ooh, foils, no spoilers. All right, there's my art card and my token. And uh-oh, there's an uncommon right there on top. Ooh, that's a rare. A Tiefling Warlock. Ooh, a dice rolling commander. Interesting. Don't know if it'll make the deck. I'll keep my commanders right there. Gloomstalker, some Dungeoneers, Secret Door, Divine Smite. Not going to spend too much time on the commons from these sets. I already have most of them. Phases out. If it's black, it exiles. Doesn't seem great. Probably won't make the cut. Discards 2 cards. Nope. Discard. Targeting discard is not great in this format. If I could get a card that didn't target to discard but made all my opponents discard, I would consider it. Search your library for an enchantment. Ooh, enchantment card. Interesting. If I open a really good enchantment, this could be future consideration because it is a tutor for an enchantment, which is good. Mace. Equipment's decent in this format, but that equipment's not super exciting. Circle of the Moon Druid. Meh. Ooh, Ranger class. That's a good rare. That's a pretty good rare. Green is a strong color for me. I opened a lot of good green last week. It just couldn't make red-green work the way I wanted it to, and I'm glad I didn't force it because the red-blue actually really worked out. Ranger class, that's definitely a good rare. Definitely something I could build around. And then fly. Deals combat damage. Venture into the dungeon. Ooh, this is good. An enchantment that lets my creature fly and gives me venture. One of the rules from this league is that if you complete a dungeon, you get a point. So completing dungeons, you're incentivized to do it, and that's a pretty good card. If I can find, if I have creatures that do, like when they deal combat damage, I get something cool and kind of double down, venture into the dungeon, and do something cool when I hit an opponent, that could easily make the deck. Not awful, not awful. I'll take Ranger class, especially if it's in a color that's already strong for me. Good black cards would be less exciting because my black pool is already so weak. I'm really not excited about using it anytime soon. I had something like 8 black cards in all of my pool for last week. Rid of that art card. Got a legendary 2-card one again. Gain life, but a +1/+1 counter. Yeah, not super exciting, but it is a possible commander. Precipitous drop. Nope. Clattering skeleton. Just as I talk about not being excited about any black cards, here they come. I already have a red dragon. I already have a dungeon map. What the? Purple worm. I don't know what that is. 2 less to cast. Creature died. Meh. Big green beater. Not bad. I mean, I was talking about how the 7/7, no trample hurts here. But bigger creatures aren't bad, especially in the early stages of the league where, like, not a lot of people have not a lot of good removal yet, so those bigger creatures can hang around for a while. I think I already opened a Charm Sleep, so that's not exciting. No, not super excited about that. Treasure Vault. Ah, no, another repeat rare. That's the ultimate stinger in this league, is if you open a rare you already have, which I do. I had one of these. It makes the deck. I mean, it's a decent card, but not exciting for League, I'll tell you that. All right, so far still just a couple commanders and a ranger class. All right, that's all right. We got some good cards coming. Here we go. Get this out of here. Kill the token, kill the art card, kill the lands. Hulking Bugbear, there's another repeat. Combat damage to a player, venture into the dungeon. All right. It could work. I mean, my blue pool's good too. So, like venturing, was talking about how if I did something like put flight or fly on that, right? And then I'm venturing into the dungeon twice when I attack with it. Seems pretty good. Don't need more Charm Sleep, Soul Knife Spy, combat damage to a player, draw a card. All right, add to that blue pool. Pack Tactics, Venture. Okay. Search your library for 2 basic land cards. Ooh, not awful. Return target permanent card from a graveyard to your hand. All right. Seems like a decent, getting 2 lands to hand. Having a lot of mana in a slower commander format so that you can make sure that you can really keep your commander on the board. I found that, you know, synergies or playing a commander that is really powerful or a commander that's really synergistic with your deck as opposed to a deck that's more synergistic, having that commander that really works, not just for like its color pairings, but for its abilities, is really strong in this format. And so making sure you have land to recast it is crucial. So if it inevitably gets wrecked, you're going to want to keep bringing it back. What's this thing? Troubadour. Beginning of your end step, if a land entered, venture. Man, opening a lot of venture, which is fine. I'm fine with getting into the venture. We'll see what's going on with that in the coming weeks. Hama Pashar, Runeseeker. Room abilities of dungeons you own trigger an additional time. Ooh, look at that. Talking about opening a bunch of venture. Unfortunately, most of it's been green so far, but another venturing. That's a venture commander. What do we have here? Eye of Vecna. Draw a card and lose 2 life. Okay, that's nothing when you start at 40. At the beginning of your upkeep, you can pay 2. If you do, draw a card and lose 2 life. All right, it's a May, right? Yep, May. Not awful. Artifact card draw. I'm going to take that almost whenever I can get it. Right? It'll go into just about any deck where I'm light on cards and then turn into card draw if I need it. Paying life a bunch of times isn't going to be cool, but you know, when you're strapped for cards, often in Commander, paying 2 life is 100% worth it. Foil Manticore. Love foils. Manticore is a hot garbage. All right, so not a terrible rare. We're 2 for 3 on decent rares and a couple usable potential commanders here. So, all right, getting into Baldur's Gate, or what is this? Hunt for Baldur's Gate, Battle for Baldur's Gate. Dungeons and Dragons, Battle for Baldur's Gate. Set boosters. Get a lot more uncommons, which is good. Because at this point, we're opening a lot of repeat commons in the set, so having access to more uncommons out of a pack is decent. All right, there's my art card. There's the island. Ooh, diamonds, yay! You know, Mana Rocks and Commander are good. I don't have the green one yet, so that's a win. I'll take all. I mean, I wouldn't mind a copy of all those, but I already have a few copies of Lulu the Hollyphant, so I don't need that. Don't need a Chain Devil either. One of the honorable mentions from last week, but can't play multiples, so it's trash now. Ooh, there's another goad card, though. Talk about how those goad cards are worked out well. +3/+3, block if able, and goad. That's great. I mean, kind of adds, right? Then if this is on a creature, one of my opponent's creatures, they have to attack one of my other opponents, and one of my other opponents then has to block it. So we're killing creatures, we're attacking people that aren't me. That's good. I'm going to set that into the honorable mention good card pile. I already have one of those. I already have one of these. The backgrounds have been good, but I have that one already. Far Traveler. It's the one that blinks creatures, which is interesting, but I don't know that I'll use it. I have a Beckoning of Will-O-Wisps, too. 2 Lulu, Loyal Hollyfont, and 1 pack. No thank you. That was a new one. Aranis, Gloomstalker. 3/3 Death Touch. When this thing attacks, return target land card from my graveyard to the battlefield. And choose a background. Land card from graveyard to battlefield. I mean, it could be decent with a treasure vault, but seems slow, seems dirtily. Possible commander, though. It allows me to play backgrounds, and honestly, those backgrounds were... I mean, I was playing backgrounds left and right last game, and they all did phenomenal for me. Speaking of backgrounds, this is a new one for me. Hardy Outlander? Commanders you control have, when this creature attacks... Oh, no, I think I have this one. It buffs if you're attacking the beefiest opponent that you got. Yeah, so we're talking about 3-color commanders! What do we got here? Bane, Lord of Darkness. As long as your life total is less than or equal to half your starting life total, Bane, Lord of Darkness is indestructible. Okay, so this is like that other 3-color commander that I've already opened. Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, target opponent may have you draw a card. If they don't, put a creature card equal or lesser toughness from your hand onto the battlefield. All right, well, decent. I mean, unfortunately, its identity is black, which is still my weakest color. So it doesn't really... I mean, it's great that it's 3-color. It hurts that it's black. And what... Whoa! Hello! Mythic. Ancient Silver Dragon. I don't even know what this thing does. Combat damage to a player. Roll a d20. Draw cards equal to the result. You have no maximum hand size for the rest of the game? Okay. 8/8 flyer for 8. It's in one of my strong colors already. I mean, shoot. It's a dragon, so it even goes with the theme of my last deck. That's great. That's a win right there. I mean, I guess I would eventually have to stop attacking. I could draw too many cards, but no maximum hand size for the rest of the game. Yes, please. That's going in the pile. Foil Druid. Oh, what's this thing? Oh, God. This thing that I can't possibly read the name of. I haven't even tried in my lifetime. Guess I'll try this time. Asmarana Mardikadastina Kuldakar. I'm not going to say it again, but that was close. As long as you discarded a card this turn, you can pay Rakdos to cast this spell. When this thing enters the battlefield, you can search your library for a card named the Underworld Cookbook. All right, I haven't opened that yet. Reveal it, put it in your hand, sack 2 foods. Target creature deals 6 damage to itself. Huh. Weird commander. I don't know that it'll ever see play this league, but interesting card nonetheless. It's going in the pile. Or I guess I could put it in my commander pile, not so much a bomb. All right, here we go. Another set booster. All right, that was a good pack. I'll take more of that. More of that, please. More. What the heck is that? What is that? I'm unfamiliar with this brand of art card. That's funny. I don't know what Jeff D made it. I don't know what it is. Some sort of token. Renari, Merchant of Marvels. Oh, dragon. Love me my dragon so far. May cast dragon spells and artifact spells as though they had flash. Choose a background. Okay, cool. That's great. That would go right in the deck that I built from last week, so. Colossal Badger. Adventure spell? Oh, adventure cards are great. Enters the battlefield, gain 3 life. That one doesn't have me so excited, though. Nope. Nothing cool there. Gust of Wind. Turn one other target creature to its owner. I mean, bouncing creatures is great. If I play a blink deck, or if I have a way of making it instant speed, right? I love bouncing stuff. Bouncing stuff lets you be really political if it's instant speed, not so much if it's sorcery, right? You can wait till someone attacks you before you bounce it. Be very reactive, which is great, right? If nobody attacks you, you hold the card. Clockwork Fox, meh. Bronze Walrus. What the heck is this? Scry 2. Add a mana of any color. I don't like my mana rocks with power and toughness. No thank you. Hey, I'll take that though. Hello, Swiftfoot Boots. Yes, please. Oh man, yes, that is going in just about every deck I build from here on out in this league. Amber Gristle Maul. 3/3 haste. When it attacks, discard your hand. Draw a card for each player being attacked. Maybe I'm wrong, but doesn't seem too exciting. Gut. True Zealot. Ooh. When this thing attacks, you can sacrifice another creature or artifact, so like treasure preferably. Creates a skeleton with menace, tapped, and attacking. All right, if I could somehow build a red-themed treasure deck, I could see this being cool. I'll trade a treasure for a skeleton every day, all day. What the heck is this? A rare background card. I haven't seen a rare card, a rare commander with background yet. If you put one or more counters on a creature or planeswalker you control, or on yourself, put that many +1 of each of those kinds of counters. Ooh, I have some weird proliferate stuff already too in blue-white. Only I can find a way to put counters on stuff. That's an interesting one. And I choose a background. Well, there's backgrounds that probably do that too. Wow. Lots of commanders coming here. Master Chef. Commander creatures you control. If this creature enters the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counter on it. Other creatures you control enter the battlefield with an additional +1/+1 counters on it. Okay, cool. Those seem to go well together. Acolyte of Bahamut. The first dragon spell you cast each turn costs 2 less. That probably won't see play, but I'll put it in my potential commander pile anyway. Gale's Redirection. Exile target spell. Roll a d20. And add its spell's mana value? What? Okay, so it's a counter spell for 5, or it's a mana drain for 5. I can cast the exiled card as long as it remains exiled. I can spend mana as any color to cast it. You can cast the exiled card without paying its mana cost for as long as it remains exiled if I get a 15 or better. I mean, okay. Counter a mana drains that give me the mana instantly, not so cool. Unless I have more instants, but that's an interesting card, and red is a strong color for me. Pack attack, meh, I'm out on pack attack. Yeah, another token. All right. It's my last Baldur's Gate set booster. Let's see how we do. Let's get rid of my gate. Get rid of my art card. Ooh, foil forest. Okay, sure. Rasada Rishaya. Rasad. What the heck? Rasad Yint. R-A-S-A-A-D. Rasad. Y-N. Yint. Bashir. Okay, whatever. Each creature you control assigns combat damage equal to its toughness. Oh, okay. It's that tree folk dude. When it attacks, if you have the initiative, double the toughness of each creature you control until end of turn. I don't have any card that gives me initiative yet, so this guy's just a fringe commander for now. I don't need menace commons. Meh. 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 Draw 3 cards, lose 3 life. Could see play. Here's a legend. Sivris. Nightmare Speaker. Sacrifice another creature or artifact. For each opponent, you mill a card, then return that card from your graveyard to your hand. Unless that player pays 3 life. Ooh, that's weird. I don't think I like it. I don't like where my opponent gets to, well, I generally don't like cards where my opponent gets to pick the lesser of 2 evils. But you never know. Could work out. Bonecaller Cleric, return target creature graveyard to battlefield. All right, Reanimator on a dude. You never know, that can combo funny with stuff. Oh, here we go. We got us a 3-color commander. Ooh, blue and red, hey, and green. Ooh, these are my 3 strongest current pool colors. That's exciting. Whenever another non-token dragon enters the battlefield under your control, create a copy. It's a copy of it, except its token isn't legendary if the dragon is legendary. Oh, dang. Oh, dang, man. I got to count my dragons. Flying Ward 2, 6/6 for 6 in my strongest 3-color pair. I always forget what this is called. Green, blue, and red. Oh man, that's really good. That's going in the bomb pile, baby. That could very well be my commander for next week. Throw that ancient. Oh, look at that! I'm putting right next to each other there. Look at that. Gonna throw that ancient silver dragon next to that Miram Sentinel Worm. Scion Hollister. Whoa, another. Whoa, what the? Come on now, Wizards. What do we got going on here? Two in the same pack. At least one's etched. I will take it. At least one's etched. All right, so Miriam. We'll put that there. Duke Older Ragenblad. Blugenblarg. To beginning of combat on your turn, another target creature you control gains haste and myriad. Whoa. That's super strong. That seems strong. Myriad was strong. There was a creature I had that had myriad that was really strong with 4 players, especially when it's really slow. If you can drop it down early enough and just attack the guy that doesn't have good blockers, you just get free attacks in on everybody else, which is nice. Nobody wants to trade for creature tokens. And then Renari. That's that dragon spell guy. Which, hey, I might be casting dragon spells. I don't know. We're going to find out next week. All right, let's see what we got. Now we got 2 core 2020s. I don't know. I don't really remember anything about this set, to tell you the truth. So I don't know what to expect here. And all the commons are valid here. So I'm looking for red, green, blue commons that are going to make my deck, or at least that are going to improve color combos there. Feral Invocation doesn't seem exciting. Soul Salvage. Returning stuff from graveyard to hand could be good. Creature tokens are usually particularly bad in this format. Anticipate, meh. Not really excited about that. Other elementals you control have trample. Nothing fun so far. Sacrifice an artifact on land, draw a card. I mean, I guess if I'm sacrificing treasures, but 3 mana seems like a lot. Convolute, absolutely not. Murder, okay. I mean, shoot. I mean, if I'm going to be opening black cards at this point, removal's great. The double black casting cost doesn't have me too excited, especially considering how thin my current pool is for black. Stone Golem, not exciting. Colossus Hammer, hello. I bought 4 of these for my Hammer Time modern deck. +10/+10. Equip cost is 8. I don't know, maybe I have to look to my pool. That might make a deck. I mean, you're finding lots of ways to sink mana in this format usually, so I don't know. To think back is 8 mana is a lot. So maybe. That's a maybe. Tentacle creature has +0/+2 and has draw and has loot. Meh. An enchantment that turns another creature into a looter doesn't seem great. Turn up to 2 target instant or sorcery cards from your graveyard to hand. Ooh, that could be strong. 7-drop though, yipes. I'd almost rather this was just 1 good instant or sorcery instead. Ooh, Villas. Oh, hello. Wow, man. It's black. It's my worst color pool, man. If Villas were red, if only Villas were red, I would be thinking about playing him next week. As of right now, I don't think so. Man, this is a strong card though. Whenever you lose life, draw that many cards. 8 for 8 with flying. Killing with commander damage is really strong in this format, and this guy can definitely do that. But man, I probably have 15 black cards altogether, and this guy, oof. It would be tough. The one cool thing is, in this format, or in the group that I'm playing with, you get to have a free Prismatic Piper with any single colored rare commander. So I could potentially, if I really wanted to play Villas, I could pick my next strongest color that he would pair with and just play the few black playables that I have with 1 other color and Villas. But man, I don't know. That would be tough. That would be a big commitment. I'm going to set it into the bomb pile though, because he's definitely a bomb. Feral Invocation foil, no thanks. All right. Villas isn't awful. I mean, it's a legend. It was worth a couple bucks last time. I don't think it's worth that much anymore. But Sanitarium Skeleton's a decent card in this format, especially with sack effect stuff. Long game, right? Comes down on 1, keeps coming back. You get to sack it to stuff. Good black card. If I keep opening good black cards, you never know. I'm not super upset about it now, especially getting a really good black commander at this point. Tentacle creature is flying. Nope, that ain't gonna make the deck. Nope, that ain't gonna make the deck. Oh, that's not bad. ETB, Scry 2 for 4, 3/3, that ain't bad. I'd put that in a deck, sure. It'd be better if it was a dragon at this point, but I'll take what I can get. Gorging Vulture, Mills stuff, There's a few cards I have that have kind of a self-mill strategy, so, you know, before the end of the league, there's 7 weeks left of league, so before the end of the league, that card could see a deck for sure. Pay 6 with the top 4, reveal a creature card, put it in your hand, rest on the bottom. That's a hefty price coming down at 4, costing 6 to activate. It's only a 2/4, but I will say in this format, you know, slower format, it doesn't die to lightning bolt. And late game when I got no mana or I got nothing to spend my mana on anyway, I could see that making a deck. Flying, meh, trash. Winged Words, draw 2 cards, meh, maybe, meh, probably not. Scorch Spitter, nah, I'm good on that. Diamond Knight, choose a color. Whenever you cast a spell, the chosen color, put a +1/+1 counter. I mean, sure, in a mono or 2-color deck, maybe. Probably not, though. Mono, definitely, I guess, but I wouldn't be too excited to play that card. Enters the battlefield. This is with Yarok's Fenlurker. This enters the battlefield. Each opponent exiles a card from their hand. Maybe, sure. I mean, shoot. I'm opening some good black cards. This would make each opponent, so all my, gets me, I mean, it comes down on turn 2, all my opponents immediately lose a card, and then I can buff this thing all game long to do fun stuff. Sure, why not? That could make it in a deck. I like that it exiles cards from all my opponent's hands. Attack, no, this is garbage. Oh, rare lands. I mean, it's in some of my stronger color identities, so I guess I shouldn't moan that bad. Temple of Epiphany. If I was going to open one Scryland, this would be actually the one I wanted right now, so sure. I'm sorry, gods of magic. I didn't mean to cry about that. Don't punish me. Foil this thing. Epicure of Blood. Whenever you gain life, ooh. I don't... Strong card in the right deck. I don't know that I have the pool for it yet. Especially not in black. Most of my life gain stuff is green and white right now, so I don't think I have the cards for this, but down the road, you never know. All right, I got 1 pack left. The wild card. Magic Origins. Looking for Baby Jace. I want to open a Baby Jace here. Put him with a Prismatic Piper. Woo. Or, Liliana. If I open Baby Liliana here, I'll take that too. Make Baby Liliana my commander. And I mean, I know it's black and I've been complaining about it, but I opened some good black cards and I feel like Liliana would be really strong in this format. Baby Liliana. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it starts as there's a cycle of planeswalkers that start as creatures in this deck, and when you meet a certain or a specific set of requirements, it flips into a planeswalker, and the Liliana one from this set is particularly good. Smash to Smithereens, though, meh, probably not going to do anything. Healing Hands, definitely not going to make my deck. Infernal Scarring. Creature dies, draw a card. Ugh. Okay. Dragon, no. Tokens, come on, commons? You're supposed to be decent commons here. Draw 2 cards, no artifacts, discard a card. I mean, maybe that makes a deck. I don't know. Artifact and enchantment destruction is a premium at this point, I think. It's underplayed in the group that I'm currently playing. I mean, if anyone could have destroyed my enchantments in week 1, then I would have been severely handicapped. It was my enchantments that really let me win the game, so cards like this can be valuable. Knight of the Pilgrim's Road. Renown. Trash. Destroy target creature for 5. Spell Mastery. If there are 2 more, you gain 2 life. That's trash. That card's trash. I won't be playing it. I mean, maybe it's instant speed, so, but let's say no. Can't attack unless I put it in my deck, and I won't be putting it in my deck. Target creature you control gets +2/+2 till end turn. It fights target creature an opponent controls. All right. Love me some fight cards. Green removal, right? Like, I feel like that's one of the things, if I'm going to ever run green-red or, green really struggles with removal, obviously, so cards like this are really the bread and butter of staying alive when playing a green deck. What's this thing? Add 1 mana, storage counter, remove X storage counters, add X mana. Okay. I mean, I can see a world where that goes into a deck, sure. Knightly Veiler. Oh, this is the one that makes 2 tokens, right? Nope, 1 token with vigilance. Enters the battlefield, put a 2/2. Enchanted creatures +2/+2 and has vigilance. Think I'm out on that. Auras are just so bad. You have 3 opponents that are ready to like use instant speed removal to 2-for-1 you. So I think I'm out on that. Oh, hello though. I will take that. That is going to go into every deck I build all league long. Rogue's Passage. Very good. Premium card. All right, let's see what my rare is. Here we go. Wow. Oh, Dark Petition. I mean, I guess it's a tutor. So, maybe. I don't know, though. My black pool. I know I jinxed myself. That's what I did. I jinxed myself this week. I talked about how I didn't have any good black cards, and so I didn't want to open anymore because it would just dilute my pool, basically. And then here I opened a whole bunch of good black cards. Here's my all-stars from the week, though. I would say, man, it's going to be interesting. Definitely, that Ancient Silver Dragon I'm very excited about. The Sentinel Worm, the Dragon Commander looks cool. I just don't know if I have the dragons for it. Rogue's Passage will go in a deck, every deck, all the time. Temple of Epiphany, decent. Maybe down the road, Villas is a commander. Once I get to like week 5, 6, 7, when you can like actually potentially build monocolored commanders, you never know. I mean, I'm going to be opening packs every week, so... this is a decent card for the colors that I'm in, but I'm more excited about them Swiftfoot Boots, because keeping your commanders alive at this stage of the game, right? Like I said, you want to play commanders that are powerful, right? Having them on the battlefield is going to help you win the game. You're not so much using them for color identity stuff, but really for the abilities on the commanders, and then those boots are going to help that strategy quite a bit. Eye of Vecna, Ranger class is good, though. Right? I mean, being able to look at the top card of your library and cast creature spells from it. Whoo! That's going to be good if I wind up going green. Green's one of my strongest pools right now. And just a quick review of the commanders that I potentially opened outside of those more cooler cards. Renari. Hey, that's a dragon. I'm going to put it up here with this dragon. Duke Older. I'm going to definitely take a look at that pool because this guy looks interesting. Giving a creature myriad. Any creature, myriad, man, that seems really good, right? Like, if you were around when I opened that Pure Steel Angel or whatever from week 1, that test card, you can myriad that and hit opponents with that and get several emblems before you sack. I mean, that would be just sick. Yeah, that would be just sick. And I do have that white artifact tutor guy who lets you sack an artifact to go get an artifact. And I actually considered playing it last week. The reason I didn't was because I didn't have a 6-drop artifact to tutor for. So there was a break between my 5 and my 7, so I wasn't going to be able to get up to that the Pure Steel Angel that I cracked. So I wound up not doing it. But as soon as I open a 6-drop artifact, I would consider playing like a combo lock Pure Steel deck with that angel that I opened first week. Sivris, not exciting. Rashad, definitely not exciting. Acolyte of Bahamut, nah. I mean, even if I run Dragon Commander, I don't think I'm running that. Even if it makes my commander 2 cheaper, I think I'd rather just play more mana so I can cast more spells instead of having to worry about making my dragons cheaper. Just make sure I have mana so I can cast them, you know? Master Chef's a new background, but I don't know if it's going to make it. They're rare where I can pick a background. I have to look at my pool to see how cool that is. A couple more cool red ones. There's my another Renari. This Asma Smashma, the Rasma, Dasma, Dazzledine. Cool 3-color commander. Don't like the black, though. Etnus, meh. Rama, meh. Yeah. Really? Let's celebrate some cool stuff. I'm gonna celebrate that. We're gonna leave you with that. Full art, Ancient Silver Dragon. If you're all interested on Sealed League and what that's like, hit me up in the comments. Let me know. Be more than happy to share rules on that. We're always looking for more people to play. We play over spell tables, so you can. I just play from this desk right here against buddies and people I know who are all over the country. So if you have any interest in what I'm talking about when I say Commander Sealed League, be more than happy to share info on that. Let me know what you think of my polls. Let me know if you think I'm overvaluing or undervaluing something, but That, I'm going to go ahead and be excited about that the most. Ancient Silver Dragon. All right, thanks for hanging out. I'll see you next week when I crack in more packs for League. Thanks, guys.